welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a lip swatch video, which I'm super excited because these are the brand new shades from Estee Lauder, and these are the liquid lipsticks that dry completely matte. And to be honest, I was really surprised when I started trying out a lot of these shades, because not only are the shades super beautiful, but the formula is just outstanding. The formula is very different from anything that Estee Lauder's ever created, so I'm super excited to actually share how these work and the shades that they are coming out with. That is the reason why I wanted to come on here and swatch all the shades for you and show you guys the formula. So if you guys are excited, definitely make sure to keep watching. Before we start the video, I did want to come on here and kind of talk about this, because I did talk about it on my Snapchat, and I also talked about it on my other social media platforms. So if you guys do not follow me there, make sure that you do follow me. I will leave my links down below. It's always, you know, in my intro and my outro. But I did talk about this topic yesterday, which by the time you guys are seeing this video, it's already Friday. But I did talk about this Wednesday. Me and Ricardo have this friend, and he actually has a little girl, and they just found out that she does have cancer, which is super heartbreaking. And they did create a GoFundMe account I thought would be perfect. That way everybody can, you know, help them out. I know I'm asking for this like on my YouTube channel, and you guys probably do not know them at all, but even if you cannot donate, even if you donate like, you know, $2, anything helps. But if you cannot donate, please make sure to share the link down below. I'm going to post a link down in the description bar. If you guys do not know what the description bar is, I know a lot of people don't know what the description bar is. It's just like underneath my video there's a little arrow, and you just press it down, and it has the links to everything that I ever talk about in my videos. But yeah, I'm going to leave the link down in the description bar. Like I said, she is a little girl that has cancer. She's 4 years old. I believe the cancer that she has, I read on there, was leukemia. And she is such a beautiful little girl, and it just like breaks my heart when, you know, children that young of age go through like cancer or any like health problem. And I would love for you guys to kind of just support me on this and just share the link if you can, if possible. Really appreciate it. I know if I had a little girl and you know, this happened to me, I would be absolutely crushed. Of course, I would try to do everything in my power to be there for her and just do everything I can to help her. And I feel like this family really needs support. So if you guys can, just make sure to share the link if possible, and I would really appreciate it. But yeah, now we're going to go on to the swatches, and I'm going to show you guys all the shades, talk about them, how I feel about them. And yeah, without further ado, then it's 12 shades, but I only have 7. These are the only 7 ones that they decided to send to my counter. If you guys don't know, I do work for Estee Lauder. I've mentioned that a bunch of times here on my channel. And these are, like I said, just the shades that they decided to send me. Now there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades that they did not send me. These shades, I looked online, and they actually look super beautiful, which I wish my store would have gotten them. I don't know if they still are going to get them maybe in the future, but these are just the shades that I have to show you guys right now. And I'm actually wearing one of my favorite ones right now. I've been wearing it pretty much every day at work, and I absolutely love it. So the first thing I want to say is that this formula is completely different from anything Estee Lauder's ever created. Now we do have matte lipsticks, and then we did have matte liquid lipsticks, but they weren't like the formula that dries completely matte, you know, something like this. This is completely different from those other shades. And these, the full name to these are the Pure Color Envy Liquid Matte Lipstick. And like I said, there is 12 shades, but I only have 7 of them. Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 of the shades, and this is what they look like. I love the packaging. The packaging is really pretty. I like that you can actually see, you know, the shade that you're looking at from the little glass tube, or actually this isn't glass, this is plastic, but the container, you can actually see the full color. The other lipsticks that they had created similar to these, it actually was like all one color, and then it would show like a little picture at the bottom of what it would look like, and a lot of the shades didn't really match what was inside of it. Shades, you can actually like tell what you're getting inside of the tube, and they actually match perfectly from the what you're seeing. As far as the color payoff, they are very, very pigmented. That is something that I love looking for when you're going to be wearing a long-lasting liquid lipstick that is matte. They are long wearing, and I have tried these out to where I'm going to be eating something, and so far it's been pretty good. The only time that it will really start to fade is if you're eating something that has some kind of oil on it. You're going to be eating a hamburger and your lips kind of like touch the burger, the greasy part of it, then it will kind of start to break up the liquid lipstick. But other than that, I mean, it stays on pretty well. I have to say are not drying, which I know a lot of liquid lipsticks are very drying and it can be kind of uncomfortable to wear on your lips. A little bit creamy, but they aren't going to like rub off or come off. Like if I was to touch my lips right now, there's nothing on my finger. It's not going to transfer. But like I said, if you're going to be eating something or drinking something that has kind of like a oily kind of texture, then it will start to break it up. But yeah, I found out that these last about like 6 to 7 hours. I'm the type of person that even if I do eat and it kind of rubs off right here, I just like to take the whole entire thing and reapply it. But these, I feel like I don't have to do that. I can just reapply where it did come off and it'll be fine. It won't be like over drying or get too dry the more layers you apply. These you can get one full like layer of it and it'll be like fine, but me personally, I just like to go over it just to make sure that my lines are like perfect. I don't like to use a lip liner with these kind just because I feel like they're already pigmented enough and they have like a sharper tip to where you can get that precision. These actually have a really nice applicator, so this is what they look like. These however are really soft, like the tip is very soft, and I feel like with this doe foot applicator, it's just like perfect to kind of line your cupid's bow and get the precision on your lips really well. And the thing that I really love about these is that they smell really nice. They almost smell like cake or something, like vanilla cake. A lot of their lipsticks actually have the same similar scent, which I personally enjoy. I know some people don't really like that kind of thing in a lipstick, but I personally do, because some lipsticks just smell like paint and it's disgusting. But Estee Lauder has done a really good job with making sure that their lipsticks are going to be smelling good. That's all I pretty much have to say. I do have to say that these are probably one of my favorite formulas. They are very similar to like lime crime, so if you like lime crime formula, you probably are going to like these. But yeah, I think that's all I pretty much have to say about it, so let's go on and start swatching. Okay, so this is the first shade right here, and this one is called Bronze Leaf, and I think that this one is one of my favorites just because I think that it is the perfect nude for me. I feel like anybody that's kind of like light to light medium, this would be a perfect nude for you. Anybody darker, it might be too light, but I've seen this color on darker skin and I just think that it still looks beautiful. It just looks like that perfect nude, but a little bit of a lighter nude. But I think that this one is still really pretty, and I love wearing this with any eye look. As you guys can see, I'm wearing like a super dramatic eye look, and I feel like it still goes. But even if I don't wear a super dramatic eye like I'm wearing today, I actually like wearing it when I'm just wearing very minimal makeup, like, you know, brows, highlight and mascara, and then just pop this on, and I feel like it still looks beautiful. It doesn't make me look washed out or anything, and I would say that this is definitely more of a warm nude. So this is actually the second shade, and this one is called Naked Ambition, and I feel like this color looks kind of similar to the first one, except it's not as warm. It's definitely more mauve and more cool toned, which I feel like it still goes with a lot of different looks, but I especially love wearing this whenever I'm wearing kind of a mauvey, more cool toned eyeshadow, because I feel like it just blends better and just looks better. But this is still more on the kind of nuder mauvey side. It's definitely not too bright, not too dark. This one, I feel like I do wear this one a lot, but I still wear Bronze Leaf more just because I wear more warm looks than cool tone looks, but I feel like somebody that loves cool tone would probably really enjoy this shade. So this is the third shade, and this one is called Burnt Raisin, and it looks very similar to Naked Ambition, except this one is a lot darker than Naked Ambition. So this is Naked Ambition, so even in the tube they kind of look similar, but like I said, this one's a lot darker, and I feel like this is where it starts to get like more of a wine color. This is definitely more of a kind of darker nude, definitely not a lighter nude, but I feel like this would look very pretty on anybody that's light medium skin tone and especially deep skin tone, because it would look more nude on them, nude mauve, than it does on me. It definitely looks more of like a wine darker nude. Here is called Smashed Up, and this is the fourth one that I'm showing you guys. It looks like a bronze leaf, except this one is kind of a mixture with warm and cool. It does kind of pull off a little bit more warm than cool though, but I feel like with the different lighting I feel like it could look a little different. But this one is definitely more of a darker mauve-y nude, and this one I feel like I don't really wear at all, just because I feel like it looks a little bit too dark for me, especially when I'm wearing a eye look that I'm wearing today. But if I wear something a little bit more neutral, a little lighter on the eyes, and I feel like I can pull this off a little better. It just depends on your personal preference, but I feel like this color still would look beautiful on any skin tone, especially deeper to light medium skin tones. This one is actually very different from the rest that I've shown you. This is definitely not a nude, but this is more of a bright, almost Christmas red, and I think that this is so pretty, especially with the holidays that we just passed with. I thought that this was like super pretty for Christmas. I actually wore this one time, and to be honest, I don't really like wearing reds just because I feel like they make me look very light complected, and I don't really like that. I feel like it makes me look very pale, but with this one it kind of pulls off a little bit more orange red than just red, but I think that it's still very pretty on the skin, and I feel like this would look really, really pretty on deep to light medium skin tones. I do want to do some kind of Valentine's Day inspired makeup look with this lipstick because I think it is just the most beautiful red, and it definitely can go with a lot of different skin tones. I just took off the red one, and as you guys can tell that it did leave a little bit of staining, which is kind of nice because if they do start to fade away, it does leave this like staining, and it just doesn't leave you with like no color at all. But at this point my lips are starting to get a little raw from taking it off and then applying another one, so that lipstick application might not be as great as the first time, but we are going to try to work with it. So this is the next one, and to be honest, I don't like this one on my skin tone at all, but I feel like this one would look really pretty on light to medium skin tones as well as deep skin tones. But this one, it just feels like it's a little too magenta for me, and I feel like I could never really pull off those kind of shades just because of my hair color. But I feel like this would look pretty on somebody that has like dark black hair and like a light to medium skin tone. This one I feel like out of all the shades did come off a little streaky. With the color being so bright but yet so dark, it does come off a little bit streaky, so the formula is probably a little different. But yeah, this is probably the one that I do not like out of all of them. So this is the last one, and this one is more of a almost deep wine red color, and I think that this one is actually really pretty. I do actually like this one. This one is actually called Quiet Riot, which is kind of like a remake name of one of the other liquid lipsticks that I had, but this one is definitely completely different from the other Quiet Riot. But I do really like this one. This one is actually really pretty. This one would look really pretty on light to medium skin tones as well as medium skin tone and as well as deep skin tone. I just think that this one is actually really pretty, and I do really like this one. So this one's Quiet Riot, and I actually forgot to tell you guys the red one, which is called Controlive, and then the one that I told you guys that I didn't like, the last one that I swatched before this one, was called Orchid Flare, which is that purpley magenta, and like I said, this one is called Quiet Riot. Okay, so those are actually all the lip swatches and all the shades that I have to show you guys. The shades that I do not have is called Pierce Petal, Heart Crush, Pink Zinc, Espresso, and Wine Shot. Those are the other shades that I do not have. I wish I did have those shades to show you. If you guys do like these lip swatch videos, make sure to give my video a huge thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the little bell down below. That way you guys can be notified every single time I upload. I do upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. So make sure that you do stay subscribed to my channel. That way you can be updated with future videos. And I think that's it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!